Hi guys, it's Mike Rosso and welcome to the channel. Meet the Osmo Pocket 4, the tiny camera that thinks it's a cinema rig, and honestly, it kind of is. This thing's ridiculous, but in a good way, and here's my review after months of thorough testing. First things first, let's talk about D-Log. D-Log 10-bit has finally arrived on the Pocket 4. You get way more flexibility in grading and better color science. D-Log is great if you enjoy editing, and normal is great if you enjoy not editing. This is D-Log 10-bit straight out of camera. And this with a conversion LUT. And this one is normal 10-bit. In the next ones, I've split the screen. On the left, D-Log with the conversion LUT, and on the right, the normal 10-bit. These were shot right before sunset, and I noticed that often in low light situations, D-Log clips are softer and have a little more noise. It's also great for close-up shots, and here both D-Log and normal are great. Here's some springy pasta for you. The D-Log is very nice and ready for a creative LUT, while the normal 10-bit one is very contrasty and sharp. Here the results are very similar, but the second one has more contrast and is sharper. DJI say that if you zoom in 2 times, it doesn't lose any quality, but the noise becomes more noticeable. The in-camera image adjustment was set to texture -2 and noise reduction to -2, so that might have had an effect on the image quality too. This one's shot on normal 10-bit and is still a little strange. And the same goes for this one. The next ones are not zoomed in and with the same image adjustment settings, and the noise situation is not visible anymore. ActiveTrack 7.0 is one of the biggest upgrades on the Pocket 4. It's more stable, more intelligent, and more trustworthy. Even at 2x zoom, it remembers up to 3 faces, and ignores strangers even in crowded places. You can activate it with a simple hand gesture, and it keeps you centered up to 10 meters away. The movement is smooth and reliable enough that you can finally film yourself without a camera operator. And it works even if you're not tracking people. Let's talk about slow-mo. This camera shoots an amazing 240 frames per second at 4K, which means it doubles the slow motion capabilities of the predecessor, the Pocket 3. And many professional cameras don't even do that. As the slow-mo guys say, everything looks better in slow-mo. At that speed, you discover so many interesting things, like seeing how the stove lights up, and seeing these puffs of orange flames dancing around. Or the water drops of a shower close-up. Look at the beautiful blur. This is thanks to it being close-up and having a fixed aperture of f2.0. Or even the bubbly water coming out of the tap, and the little water particles shooting out to the sides. Or water falling from a fountain, or even your pet rushing and playing outside in the garden. Or even just to make a simple walk look more epic. The mechanical 3-axis stabilization on this thing is amazing. I mean, it always keeps the horizon straight. With this camera, you can go bonkers with all your favorite cinematic shots. Like this one, this one, this one, and so many more. Other cool types of shots you can add to your B-roll, but don't overuse them, are hyperlapse, timelapse, and motionlapse. You can also play around with slow shutter speeds, like this cool panning shot of a van moving through some city roads, or even just walking around in a market. The low light capabilities are noticeably better and definitely usable, as you can see in these shots. The inside of this church was way darker than it seems here, so it did quite a good job. If you get the creator combo, included is a wide-angle lens that transforms the 20mm to 15mm, and thanks to the magnets you just pop it on, and there you go. The pictures at the bottom of the frame are about 1.5 meters or 5 feet away from the camera. Snapping it on gives you a bit more field of view. As you can see, there's a slight shift in color temperature, leaning towards colder tones. Next up is flare. It actually handles flare better than I expected. When you point it at the sun, the contrast holds up well, and it gives the shot a light glow that I quite like. If you push it like I have, you might get these rainbow flares. Overall, for such a tiny lens, the flare performance is genuinely impressive. Another thing that's part of the creator combo is this little light, which attaches to it with magnets and turns on using the Pocket's internal battery via the pins. Let's see if the fill light makes any difference. Let's pop this on. There are 3 levels of intensity: low, medium, and high. And also 3 color tones: normal, cold, and warm. Let's test the microphones in really loud situations. This is the ambient noise. I'm using the front-facing microphone, so you should get only what's in front of the camera. Now let's try with the DJI Mic 3. Now with the DJI Mic 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing with front microphone. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Now let's try with the DJI Mic 2. Testing, 1, 2, 3. So basically the DJI Osmo Pocket 4 is a cheat code for creators. Tiny, powerful, stabilized, and has incredible slow-mo powers to make everything look epic. Stay tuned for more reviews and more Osmo Pocket videos.